I went on holiday with my nightmare in-laws. Story time. Hi Tatty, absolutely love the pod and had to tell you this story as soon as it was happening. So I made the mistake of agreeing to go on holiday with Steve's family. It was 2 weeks in Ibiza, 2 weeks in Tenerife. His mum, who we'll call Bertha, promised a family bonding day, which should have been the first big red flag. Day one, Bertha tells me I've packed too many bikinis for a woman without children. Cool, shrug that off. Day two, she rearranges our shared hotel closet and replaces my SPF 50 plus, well done, with some coconut oil. She swears is better. Oh, hell no. Better for fertility. She's taken your protection away in many ways. What the fuck? I used this for a day and broke out in a massive rash. Probably it's sunburn, darling. You're cooking yourself. Please wear your SPF 50 plus. If you need any recommendations, drop me a message. I'll send you links to loads. But the real chaos begins at the hotel when the family decide to have a barbecue. I wore this really nice strappy red sundress. Bertha glared at me the whole time like I had shown up in some sort of lingerie or sexy dress. She starts talking loudly about how modesty is a virtue and how real wives cover up. And Steve sips his sangria, pretending he hasn't heard anything. First of all, real wives are loved by their husband and love their husband no matter what they wear. There is no real that correlates to how people dress. Okay, Bertha? Shut the fuck up. You're lucky your husband still thinks you're attractive with that vile attitude you've got towards other women. Cheers to that. Actually, we've had no mention. We've had no mention of your husband. So, then, Bertha calls me over the hotel entertainer. This guy's wearing a pirate costume and asks him to bless me. She says she has been cursed by spirits. You can see it in her aura. Is she on drugs? Is Bertha on drugs? Hard, class A drugs. The man thinks it's a joke, obviously. Steve is absolutely cackling next to me and I'm sitting there being publicly cleansed by a man called Captain Fun. How does one get publicly cleansed? Has he got a bubble machine? It's just like, it's like a pigeon. I tried to go back to my room early to escape this woman. However, my luggage has moved. Guess who it was? Bertha. She said she had to check for contraband. What, like raw chicken? You're checking the wrong fucking suitcase, babe. Get yourself over to Croatia. Contraband. And then she claimed she accidentally dropped one of my lipsticks down the toilet. It was my favourite MAC lipstick in shade Yash. Hey, that's a good shade. Well done. I wore that at prom. It's also just come back in stock. They reformulated it, I think. Reformulated? Reshaded it? Anyway, it's back. Cracking shade if you're in the mood for a nude MAC lipstick. If anyone from MAC is listening and would like to gift this kind lady her MAC Yash back, do drop me a message. The next morning, I book an early flight home. I was so over this woman's shit. Steve texts me 3 hours later asking where I've gone. And when I tell him, he tells me that that's a little bit dramatic. You didn't even tell your fucking husband you'd left. Oh, do we need some communication going on there? Why didn't you tell your husband? Because he was playing soft, silly beggars. When I landed from my dramatic aeroplane flight home, Bertha had posted a photo of her and Steve, and the caption was nothing like a mother-son trip. So peaceful when it's just us. Well, do you know what, Bertha? My life will be so fucking peaceful when you're in a care home. The worst one I can find. Cleansed by Captain Fun. 2 things. I'm never going on holiday with my in-laws again. Right, well, the husband must have been there because we've said in-laws. 2, genuinely think I'm starting to think Bertha's trying to single white female me. What is that? Does that mean like push again? I'm genuinely starting to think Bertha's trying to single white female me. I assume that's like push you out. I'm the wife. Like push me out of the relationship. So now I'm faced with an issue because me and Steve are supposed to be getting married, but I do not want to marry into a family that treats me like this. We have our wedding menu tasting coming up and I don't know whether to go to it or not. Should I cancel it without telling Steve or just finally choose peace and end this whole thing? Please don't ask me to end your marriage. I want that on my shoulders. However, it sounds like this isn't like Bertha's first escalation, you know? She does this often, maybe, or she's done things like this before. First of all, breaking and entering into your hotel room, there's some GDPR security issue going on there, unless you're all in like a big apartment together, which she should not be rummaging through your stuff either way. Start rummaging through her stuff, see how she likes it. See if you can find your big old bloomers, you know? She's crossed the boundary many, many times. I don't know if you need to speak to Steve about this, and because maybe Steve doesn't really understand the gravitas of what's going on here. I need to be like, your mother's pissing me off. It's pushing me away from you. What she posted on Instagram was downright unacceptable. It was a clear jab to me, and I don't like it. It was a disrespect to our relationship, which is a disrespect to you, Steve, and to your future wife. Point blank, period. It's a big conversation that needs to happen. Don't cancel your wedding tasting yet, because Steve might turn around and be like, yeah, listen, I was just trying to keep the peace, didn't want to argue with anyone. She's obviously my mum, really important to me. I don't like that he called you dramatic. I do think you should have told him that you were going home because, yeah. Shit situation, and we need to get these mother-in-laws stop acting like this because it's unacceptable. Imagine if Bertha, when she was young and she started dating Steve's dad, her mother-in-law had done that to her. She'd be mortified. She'd be so upset. She'd be heartbroken. Everyone wants to have a nice relationship with their in-laws, you know? It's your partner's family at the end of the day. I'm really sorry.
Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa.